What is going on, Hive Warriors? So we have 3 tips on walking for weight loss after losing 50 pounds, because we know walking is a super useful tool. The thing with walking is that it is not taxing to your willpower. It's very easy to do, and it's definitely beginner friendly. And you don't even have to move out of walking. As long as you're consistent, you can lose a lot of weight. It could be an assistant thing to you for weight loss and comfortable at the same time. So that's what makes walking very popular, and it is well deserved. So she's gonna give us 3 tips on walking for weight loss after she's lost already 50 pounds using walking or applying walking to her entire weight loss regimen. So let's take a look at where's Becca at. And I'm so proud of myself because I think I hit it right on the head on the first try. Because, I'm horrible with these names, these connected names on Twitter or TikTok. Excuse me. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what her 3 tips on walking for weight loss after losing 50 pounds are.
I walked almost every day this year and I lost 50 pounds. I'm going to tell you guys what I would do if I was starting from the beginning.
She walked almost every day. I would definitely recommend to walk as many days as you can for about 30 minutes each day. That's my recommendation. But you could do more. You could do a little bit less. You could do 4 days and walk, for 50 minutes, whatever is more comfortable for you.
Some things that I would change. So number 1, I wish I would have invested in better running shoes off the bat. I made the mistake of wearing a pair of shoes that I had for a really long time, and it really messed my feet up for the first couple of weeks. Right now I wear New Balances and I really like them, but I'm planning on switching to Hoka's because I've just heard really great things about them, and I think that they're gonna fit me a lot better.
I think this makes a lot of sense. Try to make sure that you're doing everything to make it as comfortable as possible. Walking is already somewhat comfortable, but it does help you lose weight. You want to add as much comfort to it. So there's no reason for you to feel any friction as to why you won't do it the next day or why you should do it the next day. So if your feet are hurting you, that's friction. So make sure you get something that's comfortable that you can just walk in and feel good the entire time. Make sure to wear clothes that feel comfortable for you. As least the amount of friction as possible, the better. So I agree with this.
Number 2, I wish I would have utilized the treadmill sooner. I think that there's this really great thing about the ability to change the incline and the speed that you don't get when you're just walking outside.
Okay, using the treadmill. The one thing that I would say is that the treadmill does allow variety with walking. As she mentioned, incline, that's one of them. Increasing the speed. The thing that I don't like about treadmills is that unlike walking on the floor, there's actually different things that are being activated when you walk on a treadmill versus walking on the floor. Not a lot of people know this, but the thing with a treadmill is that you are trying not to fall off. You're trying to keep yourself from falling off, and your feet are just doing that motion to keep yourself from falling off while the ground is moving. When you're walking on the floor, you're actually pushing yourself forward. It's a much different thing that's happening. Although there are similar things that are happening, it's not the exact same. I think pushing yourself forward actually assists in a lot more of the muscle building and stuff like that help with weight loss over time. And I would prefer if you walk outside. But treadmills do provide things like incline, right? Although you could probably find an incline at some point when you're walking, it's not consistent and you can't control it. You're going to walk and some things are going to be inclines, some things are going to be declines, and there's nothing you can do about it. But with a treadmill, you could consistently walk up a hill for the entire time, and that is beneficial. You could also walk backwards on a treadmill, which trigger completely different muscle groups if you're trying to build muscle in your legs, which continuously helps you lose more fat, because the more lean mass you build, the more it drives your metabolic rate, and that helps you partition calories and burn more fat. So you could technically walk backwards on the street, but that just seems much more unsafe than doing it on a treadmill. You could also kind of walk sideways and do a lot of different things if you want when you're on a treadmill. The only thing that I would say is that walking on the street, in my opinion, I think it's more enjoyable. It's less boring. I mean, this is just a personal opinion. And you are triggering different things since you're pushing yourself as opposed to trying to keep yourself from falling off a thing that's moving under your feet.
So I really wish that I would have started utilizing that more to see progress sooner. And the last one is I wish I would have kept track of my heart rate throughout my walks and then tried to keep a consistent heart rate throughout my walks, because there were some days where I walked really slow.
Okay, so track your heart rate and keep it consistent. One thing I will say, and I'm sorry I keep pausing it, there is a combination of, I see what she's already saying, so I'm going to add my 2 cents. Plus, there's music in the background, so I'm trying to not give that music too much time to simmer so that I don't get hit with a copyright. But anyways, so sorry. If she didn't have the music, I swear I would have just played it straight through. But let me just explain now. Tracking your heart rate and keeping it consistent or increasing it. Okay, I hear you. That's 100% a good thing. A brisk walk is better than a casually just relaxed, not really doing much walk. It's better. And the faster you go in your walk, the better it is, right? Like, that is not a secret, but it's not that much different. It's not that much more different. So if you were to just walk in a way where you're comfortable, yeah, you'll still lose weight. If you sped it up a little bit, you'll lose a little bit more weight. It'll add a little bit more to you. Over the course of a year, it will be substantial enough, that entire, from day one to the end of the year, that entire, process will be substantial if you had a brisk walk as opposed to just a regular relaxed walk throughout the entire time. But it's up to you. My thing is, make sure that you are as comfortable as possible, because that way you'll consistently do it over and over again. Now, if walking briskly is okay for you and it doesn't really do much to you, then go ahead and do that. But if walking, calmly, like you're just walking to the store or something, but you just keep that pace the entire time, that's also good, because you have to keep in mind the consistency factor, because a lot of people never talk about that. They always talk about the go hard or go home, but when you go hard all the time, your willpower does start to wane. If you can create a system where you can just go every time, then that's actually more beneficial, because if you go hard and go home for 3 months, but then you quit, but you just go for 1 year, that 1 year is going to net you better results than those 3 months that you went harder than that entire year. Hopefully this helps. I'm going to end it here. This is her 3, not trying to get hit with a copyright strike, hopefully, or copyright. Hopefully I didn't get hit with one. But I mean, these are pretty basic 1, 2s, and 3s. I have more videos out there talking about different things you could do with walking and incidental walking and stuff like that help you. Like, instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs. Instead of parking super close to the mall, park a little bit further so that you can walk, and you're adding more walks to your natural walking that are removed from just your exercise walking. And then you also have your exercise walking on top of that, so you add more walking. There's other things that I've talked about. If you want, just put Fledge Fitness walking, and you'll see all those different videos up there to assist you in that. But guys, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We will see you tomorrow. As always, Fledge Fitness. I love you guys. And please don't forget, like and subscribe. Those things make me feel good. They make me feel real good. And comment down below what you think about these three things after she's lost, after Becca lost over 50 pounds walking. Peace out, guys.